What up, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Rafiq, and for this video, I would like to make a review about an anime movie. So, it's been a while since the movie had been released. So, the movie was released on 2016, and the name of the movie is A Silent Voice. So, without further ado, let's get onto it, shall we? So, this movie follow Shoya Ishida is a high school student. So in the beginning of the movie, he stood on top of a bridge contemplating to suicide. So before he make the jump, couple of kids who is playing fireworks under the bridge somehow snap him out of his delusion. Then he flashback to when he was in elementary school. So his teacher introduced to the class a new student named Shoko Nishimiya, who is deaf. Shoya, who is irritated by his inability to understand her, so Shoya began to bully her and harassing her, making fun of her disability.
いい加減いいよ、はよやめなさいよ。お母さん、あきえが言って謝る気はない。よし、次、石田。
嘘でしょ。わわわえうえ
石田、ふざけるな。
うえ
So Shoko tried to be friend with her new classmate, but Nauka Ueno and other girls just get fed up with her disability and leaving her isolated. So Shoya's friend do not intervene with his bully towards Shoko despite being the witnesses. So one day, Shoya yanked out Shoko's hearing aid and making her ears bleed.
え西宮さん大丈夫どうしよう西宮さん
After the incidents, the principal asked the classes if Shoko is bullied, and Shoya's teacher demands Shoya to stand up, knowing that he is guilty. So when Shoya pointed out that he is not the only one, all his friends deny it. And when Shoya's mother found out about the incident, her mother brings Shoya to apologize to Shoko's mother. So Shoya feel guilty after seeing the amount of money that her mother gave to Shoko's mother to pay the cost of hearing aid that had lost and been broken by Shoya. So 8 hearing aid to be exact. So Shoko transferred to another school and all of Shoya's friends turned their back from him, making him an outcast just like what he did to Shoko. So years later when Shoya went to high school, he completely isolated himself from his peers. Therefore, he doesn't have friends. He came to conclusion that if this is all that life can offer to me, it will be better for me to die sooner or later. So before he tried to kill himself, he tried to cut all the loose ends. One of the things he tried to resolve is he want to get back Shoko her notebook back. So this notebook being what she used to communicate with her classmate that Shoya had thrown in the water. Instead of just giving Shoko her notebook back and apologizing, which Shoya had learned sign language to do. Yeah, right, this dude completely changed. I'm impressed because he even learned sign language just to make an apologize. So then he asked Shoko is him and her can be friends, which is what Shoko kept asking of him when they were both in elementary. And just like that, Shoya's plan on suicide had changed. So Shoya, as a kid, really isn't a terrible kid for me. He just don't understand Shoko that well. And because of that, he get irritated with her. He don't understand why Shoko just kept smiling even when he make her school life miserable. But it's just wonderful how audience perception of Shoya just transformed throughout the film. So when he was in elementary school, you just want this kid to be disciplined by his mom or something, right? And as the movie progressed to when he is in high school, you totally want Shoya to somehow get along with Shoko. So Shoko is just amazing. To see how she able to stay strong despite getting bullied is just touching. Shoko is a character that you root for and you really feel bad to see her being treated poorly by others. So there are also three characters, really good supporting characters that bring kind of big of impact to the movie, which one of them is Tomohiro Nagatsuka. So this guy is fantastic. He acts as a comic relief to the film. He lends some of laugh out loud moment. He just type of guy that you want to be friend with. And next is Naoka Ueno, which I have mentioned earlier before. Mostly she is the representation of how Shoya used to be back in elementary. So she still do the thing to Shoko where she yank out Shoko's hearing aid as what Shoya used to do to her. So there is a subtle hint that the movie had show that Naoko actually liked Shoya a little bit. So that is one of the reason why Naoka seems like to hate Shoko. So it is because of jealousy. And the last character that was really good was Yuzuru, a character that doesn't want Shoko to hurt herself and be more like a protective figure to Shoko. He is the one that been around Shoko the longest and understand her the most. No wonder why, because Yuzuru is actually Shoko's younger brother after all. There are also other characters, but they have very less character development compared to others and doesn't seem to give that big of impact to the movie. So a silent voice tackle a couple of connective themes which are bullying, isolation, forgiveness, suicide, and what it's mean to be friend. So this movie doing a brilliant job on getting the core message across that we need to understand each other or we'll end up alone. You could easily show this movie to someone doesn't into anime that much because the movie can be somehow relatable to most of the audience. So this movie just give a huge impact to me. And for that reason, I rate this movie a 9 out of 10. So, should you watch this movie? Yes, absolutely. Go and watch this beautiful movie. That's it for me. Bye bye.